Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world today. We're getting our Final Fantasy XIV stream started today. We're in Shadowbringers. We left off in Twine uh, 2 days ago. Continuing on with the story today, I'll get my game sounds and music back on here. And we'll get right to it. Continue on with the story here. Anyways, how are you doing today? Hope everything's going okay for you. Let us know down in the chat what's on your mind, how you're doing, if you like. Of course, if you prefer to lurk and enjoy the atmosphere in the game with us, by all means do that too. We're just happy to have you here. I think I need to adjust just a little bit maybe. Yeah, that'll be okay, I think, for now. All right, so let's see, what were we doing? We had a few things we had to do down at the mines here, so let's head down that way and get those goodies knocked out. Get my tea here. He's down here. Make sure I'm not forgetting anybody back in town there. Oh, I didn't notice you there. What do you want? I have a cat's eye charm here that might be yours. Where did you get this? Gods, how could I have been so careless? This was all my sister left behind before she... Look, I'd rather not talk about it, but I appreciate you bringing this back to me. It means a lot. Another ether current quest, so that's good. How are we doing on ether currents here? Ahm Araeng. Alright, we've got one more quest related, which will be whatever our final quest is then, I guess, for or that's two quest related and one outdoors. Alright, we'll get another non-story related quest for ether currents, and we got to find one more here in this zone. The way you described it, I was expecting the place to be abandoned. Perhaps our fortunes are finally improving. Though we should probably hear what Guthjon has to say before we celebrate, assuming we can find him, that is. Hey, Guth John. Who are you and what are you doing here? Well, you should have listened to Thaf. You're wasting your time. But this site is not as developed as the others, is it not? Surely there must be something left. I should explain. The stone you're looking for is leonine. All the Talos in the hills of Amber are powered using them. Or were, at least. Anyway, whatever's left, if anything, is too far below to be safely excavated. In the deepest reaches of the mine, we use Talos to keep the pathways from collapsing. They're still there, but they could give out at any time, which is why much of the mine is closed off. Then our only option is to search the higher levels for any fragments of leonine that may have been overlooked. I suppose there may be one other way. Well, don't leave us in suspense. What you're asking for is a trade secret. I'll need to be duly compensated in exchange. Fine. What do you want? The other day I found a Verbert gold piece down in the mines. A bloody Verbert gold piece. And wouldn't you know it, I dropped the damn thing somewhere while I was working. Find it and I'll tell you what you want to know. You drive a hard bargain, sir, but we'll take it. It seems we have our work cut out for us, Anne. Thankfully, I have an idea how we might hurry things along. Do tell, Thancred. As I'm sure you've noticed, despite their best efforts to illuminate the corridors, it's rather dark in here, meaning it will be that much harder to find a single coin hiding in the shadows. That's why I propose we use these, sun drops. They help the eye take in more light. Why don't you start your search further in, and I handle this area here. I'll retrace your steps after in case you happen to miss it. If you feel the drop's effect wearing off, I can give you more, so don't worry. All right, well. Can I get on my chocobo? I guess so. Oh, we've only got 3 minutes, huh? All right. I think it's back in here. No, that's a hard no on that one, buddy. As you search the shadows, a glint catches your eye. You turn over a rock and find the Verbert gold piece. Huzzah! Nope, nope, nope. Go behind you. See if this one wants to play again. Nope. Turned a good direction for us. Thanks for the sun drops, Thancred. It worked great. I was hoping he dropped the gold piece somewhere closer to the entrance. More fool me for thinking Lady Luck was on our side. Well, it was, as a matter of fact. Or maybe she is. Yours, at least. In the end, my contribution was little more than poor company. Oh, come on now. You were far more prepared for this task than I was. No more than usual, I assure you. I only managed to survive the Kurthan wilderness and the imperial capital by virtue of extensive preparation, a habit of mine since childhood, and one of my few positive traits which endeared me to Louisoix, I imagine. Hey, Lily, welcome. How are you doing today? Yeah, running around instead of flying. Hey, Attack Chicken, how are you doing there too? Hope everything's going okay with you guys. Not bad, not bad. All right. It hasn't been easy finding ways to compensate for my condition. Every tool and trinket has proven vital to my continued success, such as it is. Uh-oh, Lily, overexerted myself with a bit of yard work, and now your arm hurts, but the rest is fine. Oh, an attack, you've got slight flu. Wow, sorry to hear that. I hope you get better soon. And Lily, take care of yourself. Yeah, I hope you're resting well. I know what it's like. I don't know. For me, I'm not as young as I used to be, and if I go out and do something in the yard or some kind of exertion, it sneaks up on me a lot faster. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, all right, Attack Chicken, this is your doctor's orders. Drink plenty of fluids, okay? Make sure you do that. Had I chosen to pursue the arcane arts rather than espionage, well, I'd rather not think on it. Rough throat, but not cough that much. Yeah, okay, well, take care of that throat for sure. So long as I have the means to protect those dear to me and to see my duties through, that's all that matters. Coughing, yeah. Sometimes feel like a tickle because of the roughness in the throat, perhaps. That's what does it for me. I don't know why that happens, but yeah. Especially after talking a long time too. If I end up talking almost all day long, yeah, my throat's not used to that sort of stuff either. Yeah, honey. Yeah, speaking of which, I've got my tea. Got a little bit of honey and some milk in my tea here. Oh, only if it's a dry cough. Oh, good to know. All right. Thank you for that. Thank you for that tip. Now, let's hurry and see that return to Guthjon. The sooner we get back to Urianger and Minfilia, the better. Well, he's standing right there. You're back. Wait, does that mean... Check it out, Mr. Guthjon. We got you a Verbert gold coin. I'll be damned. You actually found it. Well, a deal's a deal, but don't think this means you'll find what you're after. I haven't even read the new patch notes for 6.4. I saw it dropped. Yeah, it downloaded just before my stream on Tuesday, but I haven't really paid much attention to it. I'm not one of those who gets in there and tries to exhaust the latest content as fast as possible. I'll get to it when I get to it. Amazing for paladin and healers. Oh, really? Only had time to do one quest so far. Oh, okay. I don't think any of my characters are... Well, let's see. I've got maybe one character that's gotten barely into 6.1. So I've got all that extra content after vanilla Endwalker to play through, basically for the first time. I think I did the first dungeon for the patch for the first patch for Endwalker, and haven't really advanced anything past that. What's that? Paladin got damage buff, and healers got AoE skills. Range, oh, the range boosted on their AoE skills. Cool. Well, that's good. They can stand back a little bit further from the action if they need to toss those. Pretty cool. Oh, yesterday was some awesomeness too. I don't know if you can see the let me pop up this other scene here. Yeah, finally got my followers just over 50 yesterday, so that was pretty cool. Very nice day. Ali the Ninja raided me yesterday with a bunch of folks and encouraged them to do some follows. But I still got to get an average of 3 concurrent viewers, which, you know, I don't have at this point. So once I guess I have to go some period of time with an average of 3 concurrent viewers, and then that should allow me to unlock the affiliate. It means Johnny McSprout Black Mage will get hit by buffs when he's standing half a dungeon away. Oh, I got you. Oh, you mean the range from the target point of the cast? Like if you're going to cast an AoE on, you know, the tank or, you know, DPS or something, and it's an AoE type healing spell, it reaches further from that point. Is that what you're meaning? I can imagine as a healer that would be great. Or if it radiates from you as an AoE perhaps, then it reaches further. Is that... Oh, I got you. Party-wide AoE. Ah, okay. Yeah, that is good news. Well, I can't tell you how many times, you know, you're sitting there trying to avoid stuff, and you're like halfway across the arena and you don't get the benefit of whatever was tossed, you know, from the party earlier. Yeah, that happens a lot, I guess. Thought it's probably due to me just being a bad player, you know, not being where I should be. But yeah, it does happen from time to time for me, but hopefully that'll help alleviate that a little bit. All right, let's see. Oh, we're on level 77s now. Lucky for you, Gus John is a man of his word. To be honest, I wasn't sure you could pull it off, but you did, and I'm a man of my word. Come with me. Yeah, good question, Lily. I haven't really looked at I pulled up the patch notes. They're actually sitting in a browser tab right now, but I haven't taken time to read through them for 2 days now, so I'll get to them eventually. Seen your fair share of geared 90 people being truly awful. Well, yeah, I guess it depends on, just depends on, you know, who's playing, and maybe they're rusty, maybe they just never picked up on some key concepts. Like me, you know, I don't know everything. You found it. Awesome. All right. What's that? Mentor healers and tanks. Oh, wow. Mentor healers and tanks are the worst. Interesting. Could be folks like me where tank and healer just doesn't seem to jive for whatever reason. I'm gonna make myself play through a tank all the way though, or a healer. Maybe probably both at some point here. But yeah, maybe it'll click eventually for me one of these days. But I've been so focused on DPS that I feel comfortable doing it, and I just got to learn the different ways the jobs do things, and that's what takes up my time anyways, playing DPS. Trying to play a tank or a healer, I'm going to have to learn a whole new different mindset, different way of thinking about approaching group situations, I imagine. And that gold crown inflates their egos like the Hindenburg. I guess that's true. Even just watching the novice chat, you can kind of pick out which ones are actually worthy of the crown. The ones who are truly helpful to the new players seem to be the best, actually. There's those, of course, like you said, their ego can get to them, and they kind of like to lord it over everybody else in some way, and maybe just trying to compensate for something. Every time I step out of those mines, the sky seems to get brighter. I'd never leave them if the air weren't so stale. But you're not come to hear my grievances, you're after Leonine. First, I have to ask, you ever heard of rockworms? Rockworms? I know them by another name, though I'm fairly certain the locals call them knockers. Aye, that they do. Whatever you want to call them, those little bastards may be the answer to your troubles. And what's that? Well, Dark is probably the worst tank to start off with. 30 Dark is not fun, but gets great. Yeah, I've leveled, actually I've played almost every class, as much as I can, but I did do a Dark Knight. I started a character off as a paladin, leveled it up to Heavensward, and then started Dark Knight, and then grinded it back up to 50 so I could continue the story for that, and played through that a little bit. And that was actually kind of fun. I enjoyed playing Dark Knight. That was kind of a fun one to do. And I've tried Paladin as well, obviously. And another one I did Marauder, up through probably about 50, maybe close to 60, not sure. But yeah, they just feel uncomfortable trying to make sure I can tank everything right, remembering to turn on the stances that need to be turned on, and getting aggro from everything I should be getting aggro from. That's the part I've got to work on, I think. And let's see. Oh, Lily, you only level Dark so far because you heard the job story is the most interesting. Yeah, that's what Attack says there. Story's amazing for Dark. Yeah, from what little I remember, it did seem interesting. I'm trying to remember what it was. I just remember mostly the story from 30 to 30 to up to maybe about 60-ish or so, somewhere around there. Don't even remember that very well, come to think of it. Ah, well. I'll get back into it again someday, I suppose. Being a good tank is not aggro. Okay. It's more trying to get a good cooperating healer. Ah. Interesting. See, what about the rockworms? They can fit through cracks and crevices down where we could never hope to reach. And on occasion, they come back with something valuable. Yeah, absolutely. Dead tank means no aggro, doesn't it? And I've been on that situation from a DPS standpoint. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm now the tank. They dig up leonine in the mines. It's a rare occurrence, but yes, that said, it usually amounts to no more than a few flakes. Well, our only other option sounds tantamount to suicide, so how can we draw out these rockworms? Over by that shack, you'll find a bag full of smoke bombs. Set off a few in the mines and you'll flush them out in no time. Once they're out in the open, knock them senseless and check their backs. So we're gonna mug some rockworms, I guess. I should warn you, this method of mining, if you can even call it that, is used as a last resort on account of what little they're like to bring back. You'll want to cover as much ground as you can if you hope to find anything of value. Assuming you do find something, bring it here and I'll have a look. We should split up if we're to cover more ground as he suggests. If you can cover these three areas on your map, I'll see to the parts between them. See, some healers don't heal unless they have to. My lord, how can you not heal the party too? Dead DPS is no DPS. Yeah, and I've been in those situations too. Try to make good use of my own skills to mitigate as much as I can, but heck, yeah, when you need healing, you need healing. And Lily just finished the part in Dark story with Mist, the boy who breaks your jobstone in half. See, I don't even remember that, so I don't know if that's something beyond where I even tried Dark Knight or what, to be honest with you. I don't recall. Yeah, there's some really good stories though. That's why I like these side stories for either the job quests or heck, even the crafting quests. You know, we found some interesting story and some interesting backstory on some of the crafting quests too. But yeah, Square's done a great job putting together stories for this game here. I really, really enjoy it. Basically, that one lady that summons Shiva's brother. I had no idea Shiva had a brother. I must have missed that part. And no, I'm not worried about spoilers either for myself anyways. Just there's things I don't know or never come across in the game. It doesn't bother me if somebody mentions them. You know, even though it might be part of the story or something. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. Oh, yeah, Isael. Yeah, Isael, the lady who summoned Shiva in Heaven's Word. Yeah. Alright, Gnome, you're looking right at the place I need to be, aren't you? Okay. Well, you know what? I don't have to sit there and wait for him to turn. Well, I do. I get to wait for him to turn around. Awesome. Alright, smoke bomb. See if I can avoid any unnecessary AoEs. Oh, we're not fighting yet. I gotta place these first. Oh, okay. That's right. Place them first, and then we go around and fight the stuff that pops out from them. And he's liable to see me. Maybe, maybe not. And then her brother, family resemblance. Oh, okay. Interesting. See, now that's an interesting piece of backstory there. Something you see in the main story, but never even, I don't think you catch wind of any brother in the main story for her. So that is an interesting side piece that the job quest can introduce then. Nope, nope, that's a hard no, buddy. You can go play with someone else. Alright, well let's start clearing these things out then. And here comes the gnome to check us out. Hey there, little buddy. Well, I guess the good news is we're ripping those apart. Could have made him resemble her on purpose. Mist is supposed to resemble Isael and Horshaphon. Ah. Cool. One more in here. Is it over this way? There it is. And 7 of these spots. That's right, gotta finish him off. I see another purple glowy event point here. Mist is the embodiment of Warrior of Light's guilt for failing to protect Isael and Horshaphon. Oh, okay. That's why he looks so much like them. Ha ha. No, Mr. Gnome, I really don't want to spend time with you right now. I do like this battle music, though. This is cool battle music. Whoops, better actually fight the things here. Frey is the embodiment of the Warrior of Light's anger and resentment towards the world getting hurt over and over again, while some people still demand more. Oh, yeah. I do remember Frey. I remember the name there. I just don't remember much about how the story unfolded, I guess, after all. I probably skipped a bunch of it, come to think of it. There you are, hiding behind that rock. Can't target it. Alright. Next one. Alright, we burned through all 7 of those anyway. Let's see. There you are. Find anything promising? Found a glittering rock. You prefer the war story? I remember just a little bit about that one. That's from the guy who stands under the falls over there in eastern Lanaska. But that's about all I really remember, I guess. And he sends you on some different missions. It's so dumb it works. Oh, yeah, didn't he have like a brother or something, or a mate, you know, that yeah, there was some issue between them from what I remember. Don't really recall that one very deeply either, come to think of it. You know, what I've tended to do is if I create an alt and just to play through the story along with another job, like, you know, a tank or a healer or some other job I've never played before. Oftentimes I'll just skip a lot of stuff. I won't read too much in the stories for those because, see, my thinking is that once I get on my main character, then when I decide to pursue those jobs, I'll read everything and focus on it at that time. So I guess I've probably skipped a lot of stuff, and that may be one reason why I don't remember a lot about some of these job stories too. Quite possibly. I mean, this has been years ago, so I'm not sure what I was thinking back at that time. It also had him fall in love in the best way possible. Haha. Between the two of you, I'd say you've got quite the haul. Yeah, I got 7, I guess, and Thancred got some. Best get comfortable, friends. It's going to take some time for me to sift through all this. You have your main and it takes too much time to level. Yeah, it does. You know, if you're not playing through the story with the job, it takes a while to get leveled up on some stuff.
You may not remember this about Minfilia.
Oops. May not remember this about Minfilia.
But prior to founding the Path of the 12, long before the Scions, she was something of a miner. After her father died, Flamine took her in and taught her the trade. I think they were both seeking to fill the void left by a loved one. Maybe that's why she took to it so readily. Back in those days, I spent most of my time in the Quicksand, or some other tavern, loosening tongues and gathering secrets. Occasionally, I'd catch a glimpse of her in the street, on her way home after another hard day's work. I always felt a wave of relief when I saw she'd come back safe, along with a pang of guilt at the fact I wasn't there to support her as I should have been. Simply speaking with her more than once in a blue moon would have been a good start, but I could never bring myself to do it. Instead, I threw myself into my work and became every drunkard's best friend.
Yeah, I can understand. It takes time to run through stuff for any additional characters, I'm sure. I mean, I know because I've done that a bunch myself, and I just happen to have more time on my hands than your average Joe, I guess. Not your finest hour, to say the least.
Far from it, and Flamine has never let me live it down. But that was a lifetime ago. Here and now I have another chance to do things right, and I will not squander it again.
Hey! Come and see what I found! You're not going to believe this.
Tell me it's Leonine.
It is at that. You lot were born lucky. It's mostly broken pieces. But look at this.
This is a rather fine specimen.
It's been decades since we found anything approaching this big. But that's not all. There's an engraving on it.
Ah, these scratches here. They're a little hard to make out.
Daedrid in progress. I'm not sure what Daedrid is, to be honest with you. What is that?
To my beloved Magnus and Schoolie.
Yes! Do you see? It was a gift to Magnus from his wife. She found it. She really found it. She must have spent her final hours carving this message into the stone, in the hope that he might see it one day.
Oh, okay, I got you. Combining the two words for, yeah, good old father figure Thancred there. Okay.
Those rock-backed bastards must have made off with it before we could clear a path to her.
Yeah, and speaking of tanks, at least I guess I'm going to get to play one a little bit here in just a moment, or in a little bit here with Mr. Thancred.
It's fate that brought you here to find this stone. No other explanation. It makes me wonder what else might still be buried in these parts.
Although it's just me I'm trying to protect, but yeah, well, anyways, I'll play with the 2 or 3 skills that they give me to play him. Have a heart. I wouldn't believe it had I not seen it for myself. Before you said it in the Talos, would you take it to Magnus? For 3 long years he's believed she died for nothing. He must know the truth, that her sacrifice was not in vain. We'll take it straight to him. You have my word. Thank you, Guthjon, for all your help. Right then. Let's not keep everyone waiting. Did that, oh, yep, that did unlock that last one here. We'll pop over there, pick that one up, run back over here and finish it, and then we'll continue with the story. Oh, is it? Expansion, you're talking about the latest 6.4 is good for broken hearts? Or are you talking about the one we're playing through here? Say, perhaps you could help me. Oh, Shadowbringers? Yeah, that is for certain. As you've no doubt noticed, most of Twine's miners are Ronso. There's a Mistel lad, though, the only one of his kind in the whole town. His name's Keysat. A bit of a loner, always digging by himself in places where you'll be lucky to find a few lumps of coal, never mind gems and such. I often ask him why he doesn't mine the same spots as the rest of us, but he never gives me a proper answer. I dare say he would be more inclined to speak with an outsider, though. If you could get the truth out of him and see if anything is the matter, it would put my mind at ease. All right, Keysat. Let's go do your thing. A traveler, eh? What do you want with me? Lucky to find a couple of lumps of coal. Is that what he said? Huh. Shows how much he knows. You, on the other hand, might be a better audience for my master plan. Have you ever heard of an alloy called Nabathium? It's strong, light, and resistant to heat and friction. It was one of the most valuable metals in Ahm Araeng, and a lot of their jewelry was made from the stuff. The trouble is, the techniques for mixing the alloy were lost to the flood. Yeah, I'm Reaper now. Yeah, it's we're already leveled to 81 with all the all the job story, and that road to 80 buff pushed me, of course, from 70 to 80 in no time. I even got the dancer leveled up to 80. So I can decide if I want to do Endwalker as dancer or Reaper, I guess, at that point too. I'll probably continue on as Reaper though, I think. It was one of the most valuable metals in Ahm Araeng, and a lot of their jewelry was made from the stuff. The trouble is, the techniques for mixing the alloy were lost to the flood. I've been looking for a way to make my own, and my search led me to a scroll that explains the methods right down to the last detail. You were 90 white mage at this point? Yeah. It's so easy, you know, if you run those dungeons and run those dailies and stuff, yeah, you'll just blow it away. I've been looking for a way to make my own, and my search led me to a scroll that explains the methods right down to the last detail. After having a historian decipher it, I learned that I lacked one vital ingredient, rudabite, and that is what I am digging for. Short of venturing into the empty, my next best option is to look for a vein here in Ahm Araeng. Of course, I'd stand a much better chance of finding one if I had help, but I'd rather not have to rely on anyone from around here. Some of the Ronso miners take exception to the fact I'm Mistel. They seem to think we're not built for this kind of work. When I find that rudabite, they'll see how wrong they are. Huh. You know, this is the first time I've said more than about 2 words to anyone in a while, and I feel better for getting that off my chest. This might be a bit sudden, but I have an idea. How would you like to see the moment I finally unearth that vein of ore? Well, what I really mean is that I need someone there to act as a witness. Otherwise, the others might think I bought a lump of it from somewhere, ludicrously expensive as it is, and am pretending to have dug it up myself. Will you do me this favor? Yeah, I'll do it for an ether current, sure. You will? Thank you! Luckily, I've found the perfect spot for my next dig. If my miner's hunch is correct, the ore should be waiting just below the surface. It's in Nuvi's leaving, so I'll wait for you there. Yep, any excuse to make me run back and forth from there a couple times. That's right, favor for a favor, buddy. You know it. At least this isn't like in the ass end of nowhere, having to run back over here. Game designers are like, damn it, we designed these areas and we're going to make sure you see them well, and see them plenty of times too. All right, Keysat, what trouble did you get into here? Yeah, ether current. At least they reduced the number of outdoor ones from the older expansions. That's very nice. Phew, I'm glad that's over. How am I supposed to concentrate on my work with all these creatures disturbing me? You certainly know how to handle yourself, though. That fiend never stood a chance. But I dread to think what would have happened if you hadn't shown up. Hopefully nothing else will try to get between me and my dream. Many thanks, my friend. Alright. Done with that one. Yeah, covered a lot of map from them. That is for sure. You know, and you get experience for uncovering the new areas of the map, so it's not that bad. Just time consuming sometimes, isn't it? The good news is I think they did a really good job of placing the outdoor ether currents somewhere fairly close to story events too, so that you just kind of pick them up as you go through the story for that zone. What? Oh, it's you. If you've come to complain about the trolley, you'll find no sympathy from me. I told you before it won't run, and you wouldn't listen. So annoying running around hills and houses. Oh, but it will, now that we have this. Your name is engraved on it, along with your son's. It was a gift from your wife, Magnus, from Agna. No. No, she couldn't have. Agna. Take it. Do with it what you will. Are you certain? It would delay our plans, but... I said take it. It was you who found it, you who needs it. Looking at that stone, all I can see is... Please, just leave me be. I hope you'll be there when the Talos stirs to life. I'm sure she'd want you to see it. Would you do the honors of delivering this to Urianger? Alrighty, let's do it. Thou art returned, and with Leonine, it would seem. As promised, the Talos hath been made ready to receive its heart, thanks in no small part to Jarek, Thaf, and Minfilia. At last we shall return time to the timeless, this sentinel of stone, that we may press on towards Ahm Araeng. Very good. Now let us begin. Ooh, abracadabra, hocus pocus. Let's do it. Yeah. Well, yeah, dungeon in a little bit, for sure.
Preparations for the enchantment are complete. When the heart hath been suffused with a sufficient quantity of ether, the golem should be restored to life.
All right then. Whenever you're ready.
Yay, glowy eyes. That's a good sign.
It's working! It's working!
Jarek's face. That's just too funny.
Magnus!
You left me for this? This wretched heap of stone and rubble? This worthless pile of earth? And yet, I can't. I can't.
What troubleth thee, child?
I shouldn't be here. I don't deserve to be. I don't deserve any of the things you've done for me. I'm just a burden, helpless and hopeless. If tomorrow came and I was gone, it would be better for everyone. Thancred most of all. He'll never admit it, but I can see it in his eyes. I wish he'd just say it. Just say that he hates me, that he wishes I was dead so that she could return.
None of this is thy doing, child. 'Twas I who set the Oracle on her path unto the first. I who condemned you all to suffer these torments. 'Tis my sin alone, and one that will haunt me unto my dying day. Yet I dare not dwell overlong on my many regrets, for the world is a tapestry of fates, interwoven and inseparable. And we who strive to better it cannot choose but make difficult decisions. For naught of worth was ever achieved without sacrifice. And thus must man ever struggle to weigh life against loss. The one for whom thou mournest beareth no grudge. Were she here, she would not suffer thee to languish in sorrow. She would tell thee to seek thine own path, thine own purpose. It is a truth which I myself was slow to learn. Yet a truth it remaineth. Thou needst but have faith, and all will be well.
Have you no words for her?
Not today.
Meanwhile, in the Crystarium, in the Legion of Doom.
To what do I owe the pleasure that is your extended stay?
Oh, to the tediousness of our hero's present endeavors. That and the insufferable abundance of light in Ahm Araeng. I should be glad to keep my distance. Oh, I'm rather fond of sleep, you know. It's a wonderful way to pass the time.
Yes, it is.
Not that my compeers would agree, mind you. Always on the move, the lot of them. Like La Hebrea, constantly jumping from vessel to vessel. Such fire, such determination. So much passion, fleeting and forgotten. Come to think of it, Exarch, I don't believe I've ever seen you retire to your chambers for so much as 40 winks. However do you keep your eyes from closing? The cold shoulder. You wound me, sir. Always so guarded in our every interaction. Interactions you curiously refrain from sharing with the Scions and their champion.
And risk souring your budding relationship? I think not. Much as I dislike you, there are more useful targets for her energies. And I am not in the habit of pointing her at my enemies like a weapon.
Is that right? Fond of her, are you? You continue to fascinate me, Exarch. But tell me, who are you? The once great nation whose ingenuity gave birth to this tower was shaped by my hand. As such, I know full well the wonders it can facilitate and those it cannot. There is nothing in these walls which could have aided you in summoning our dear friend across time and space. Much less in possession of her mortal flesh. Not even I could have performed such a feat.
I see. You had a hand in Alag as well. You would know what I am? I am the adjudicator of the sacred history with which you dared trifle. I am keeper of this tower's boundless wisdom. The wisdom of ages without age, of everywhere and nowhere. The great work of those who tamed the wings of time and grasped the nature of the rift. 'Tis a boon born of sacrifices yet unmade. The parting gift of brave heroes who will one day give their lives for a brighter future. I will not see their hopes and dreams squandered. The history which led us here will be unwritten. I promise you that.
Well, it seems we're both eager to fulfill our duties then.
On that much, we are in agreement.
Mine apologies for the delay. Minfilia and I had a private matter to discuss. The best married couple you've seen. Yep, those squabbles, oh boy. Which bringeth me to the question, how didst thou find Thancred during your search? He spoke of Minfilia, of his own accord? I see. 'Tis well that he did, and with such candor. I attempted to broach the subject before. Mine intention was to ensure no words remained unspoken between them, lest tragedy intercede, a regret I myself know all too well. Alas, in the end he refused to heed my counsel. A time will come when they must face the reality of their circumstances, but I have faith that all will be well in time. Now, let us not tarry any longer. The Talos and Ahm Araeng await. Full steam ahead. It's been years since I've seen a Talos in such fine shape. Would that Agna was here to see it. Or our son. I was ready to let her dreams die down there in the mines. Even after you'd found the Leonine, I refused to believe it could work. Gods, what a fool I was. But I tell you now, I'm going to take good care of this Talos for both their sakes. On behalf of my family and all the miners of Twine, thank you. Well, enough chitter-chatter. Let's get your lot to Ahm Araeng, eh? Everything seems to be in order. I take it the Talos' presence resolves the issue of the gate? Oh, that. Yes. It's designed to open at the Talos' approach. Then we can finally go to Ahm Araeng. You certainly can. All that remains is a final check of the control box over at the mines. You hear that, boys? Get that Talos over to the mines and keep a close eye on it around the curves. Understood? Yes, sir. Let us repair to the mines then. Before we go, while you were away with Anne, I prepared an extra set of cartridges for you. And this one. It's the practice cartridge you gave me. I know I should have thrown it away ages ago, but I've been adding a little extra to it every day. After so many charges, I'm honestly not sure what it will do, but I wanted you to have it. For luck. Minfilia, we should hurry. Magnus and the others are probably wondering where we are. She created a magic nuke. Yeah. What worries me is she's not sure what it's going to do. Here, I gave you something. Might kill you, but eh. Alright, you excitable little wolves and golems. Let's see if we can sneak our way around you here. Maybe there. Yep. Ah, nope. Desert coyote got me. You're gonna run away, aren't you? Yes. So this is it. We're finally going to Ahm Araeng. Yeah, side effects may include death. I've thought long and hard about what to say to her, to the real Minfilia. I hoped when the time came I would know, but with every step we take, I feel more uncertain. That's no reason to give up, though, not when so much is at stake. Thank you, all of you, for helping me to get here. Now, let's not keep Magnus waiting. All right, here we go. There you are. So, what do you think? A little primitive looking, I'll admit, but Daedalus Stoneworks has always favored a simple, intuitive design, and that philosophy has served us well enough. Much of the trolley network uses single tracks, making it easy for the Talos to navigate them as needed. And plotting a route is so simple, even we can do it, which makes for fewer accidents in transit. Speaking of which, are you ready to board? Alrighty. Alright then, watch your step.
Ariange?
Indiana Jones montage. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Thou must needs carry on without me. The path to Ahm Araeng lieth open. Whilst thou travellest thither to the south, I would apprise Mistress Elise and the others of our progress. As circumstances permit, I will thereafter rejoin the hunt for the remaining Light Wardens.
Magnus, will the gate close immediately after the trolley passes through?
No, it will stay open until someone closes it manually. Built that way to prevent any untimely accidents.
Then you and the others can meet us in Ahm Araeng, after giving the Ilmorans the slip.
Ariange. Thank you for everything.
Remember, thou needst but have faith.
If you've finished with your goodbyes, I suggest you grab hold of something. Be a shame if you took a tumble. The tracks beyond the gate aren't in the best of shape, so the trolley can only go as far as Malikah. Godspeed!
Really, it can spark like that early on in the trip. Wow. So it must have been like a stiff wheel, and that Talos is strong enough to push it, even though it wasn't turning, I guess.
Ah, that must be the gate.
Well, So far, so good.
Hello.
Wait, is that Ranjit?
Of course, it couldn't be easy.
You're a stubborn old swine, aren't you?
One who has mastered Gukumots fears not the blackest pit or the fieriest hell.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Attack Chicken. That he shouldn't be talking about how things are going to be and so good and everything. That definitely jinxed it.
Your deeds in the East did not go unnoticed. Long have I lain in wait, and sure enough, you did not disappoint. Had you only sworn fealty to Lord Vorthry, you'd have no cause to skulk about like frightened animals. You will remain as you are, while I dispatch these villains.
No, I won't. I won't let you.
You forget to whom you speak. Who armed you? Trained you, fought and killed 1,000 sin-eaters with you. And when you were inevitably cut down and lay lifeless in my arms, who sought out your successor to carry on the futile struggle again and again? We seek to bring peace to what is left of this shattered land, while these mad fools would only bring further chaos down upon us. Do not be deceived, child. Only by Lord Vorthry's hand will this dying world know a sliver of salvation.
I don't know about the world, but I never asked to be saved. However much it hurts, and however hard it gets. It's my life, and I want to live it on my own terms! And those mad fools you want me to abandon, the ones I've traveled with, fought with, and may one day die with, they feel the same. So no, I will not be deceived, no matter what you say. I refuse to believe it's all for nothing. They're everything to me. All I have, and all I need. And I would gladly do anything for them. Let us pass, or kill me. I'm not leaving here without them.
How dare you! Very well. If you would cast your lot with villains, then you shall share their fate.
Oh yeah, he is certainly God-tier villain for sure.
I heard what you said, and I'm sorry for all the things I've left unspoken.
So why don't I make time to say them right now before we fight?
You have to go, now!
Thancred, no!
Go! Do what you came here to do. I'll not have you waste that newfound resolve on me. I leave her in your hands. Hurry!
Or maybe later. Yeah, absolutely true. So human with a broken soul that can't help but hate him.
Not another step. Your fight is with me.
You think yourself her protector? As if a whelp like you could be a better father to her than me.
Alright, let's see here. Tancred's so afraid of losing another Minfilia. Yeah, absolutely. Alright, let me examine myself here. Let's see. I've got Smackdown. Yeah, increased damage by 10%. The offensive buff. Alright. And that's defensive buff. Okay. Offensive, defensive. Rough divide, jumping attack. Okay, that's a distance closer, and there's our combo, and a little bit of healing if we need it. Okay. See if I can figure this out here. All right, here we go. Moving. Here we go. Whoops, don't stand in the fire.
This is going well.
Vanity! Beast of my blood, answer my call!
Ooh.
Rend my foes!
It's Reaper
and ward
Ranji.
their blows!
Doing that thing again. Ooh, get out of there. Yeah, I need to stay closer to him when he does that. Okay.
Not good.
Through that one. Oh, electrocution for 12 seconds there. Can I get there? Yeah, that one hurt. Need to be running through that. That is such an epic battle. Gosh, that takes so long to get through that one.
You would have her suffer and die. I would spare her that fate.
That is not for you or anyone else to decide ever again.
Yeah, the pulsing doesn't seem healthy at all. Yeah, he should get that checked out. Yeah, Dadred did activate his ultimate form, didn't he? Yeah, I'd be tired too.
Not a single day goes by that I don't think about all that you have given me. Countless memories and moments I took for granted. Gods, you grew up so fast. But you had to, didn't you? For those you had lost. For those you could yet save. A world teetering on the very brink of oblivion, for which you gave your everything, without hesitation. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. Then and now. One last time, with a little help. I'm so proud to have been a part of your life. Oh, Minfilia.
All right, well, glad I got through that. Well, I tell you, the first time I went through that duty, oh, that was a disaster. I had to try that one a few times. This is the place, Anne. This is where she stopped the flood. The last time I was here, when I felt her presence overwhelming me, I tried to pretend it wasn't happening, to just turn away. But I can't turn away now, not this time. For Thancred and the others, I have to face her. I can sense her present, albeit faintly. Oops, I skipped that text, sorry. Here we go. Go grab our last outdoor ether current here.
For your lives! It's the flood! The flood!
Look! There's somebody up there! On top of the palace!
No! Stand back! We shall stay the flood.
But this is what I want! It's my sacrifice to make!
Your time has not yet come. When all hangs in the balance, you must give them hope.
Minfilia!
This place.
Ours is a meeting long overdue. Full glad am I that we may finally speak.
No words.
My dear, sweet child. Yours is a burden none should ever be forced to bear. Such pain and suffering you have endured. Yet still you came. For this and more, I thank you.
I've lost count of the times I've almost given up. If people hadn't helped me every step of the way, I never would have made it.
Yet here you stand, resolved. Now, tell me your heart's desire.
To defeat the Sin Eaters, and bring this world back from the brink. The remaining wardens have hidden themselves from us. But with the power of the Oracle, I thought we might be able to find them.
Indeed you could. Their radiance would be unmistakable. But know, my child, that the power you seek will come at a price. We stand now at the crossroads. A decision must be made. Tis only natural to be afraid, to hesitate. But for your many trials, you have grown stronger and wiser. And with the love and support of those you hold dear, you have grown to love yourself.
The flood has washed away so much of this world. So many people and places and possibilities. And all the heroes who fought to protect them. Yet here the Scions are, trying so hard to help those few of us who remain, and seeing how tirelessly they work, how completely committed they are to the cause. I can't help but believe. But I want to do more than just watch and cheer. I want to make a difference. I want to help them like they helped me, and maybe even inspire others to do the same. Coming together, providing for one another. That's the only way forward I can see. Since all of our heroes are gone, we'll just have to make heroes of ourselves.
I love that line.
'Tis a beautiful, wonderful dream. One we share. Though my power was all but spent in staying the flood, I prayed this final act would give hope to those who survived. That self-same hope lives on in you. It gives me comfort to know that the future is in capable hands. If ever you should falter, remember this. No one, however powerful, is immune to the whisperings of doubt and despair. Do not give in to them. But do not deny them either. Look instead to the light within, that you may continue to serve as a beacon to others.
Thank you, Minfilia, for believing in us, for believing in me.
Dearest friend, no words can express my gratitude to you for keeping her safe in these tumultuous times. You are a hero to us both. But not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone. Only together may you change the fate of two worlds.
Oh, What happened? I remember speaking with Minfilia, and then... Oh, that's right, I dyed my hair. Is something wrong? Your hair, it's changed. A parting gift, I think. Until now, I've walked the path she set before me, the path she set before all the Minfilias. But she's given me a new path, a new life, that I can call my own. Yeah, she really went on a bender. And yeah, they did write this one very well. It's a great X-Pack. And even though she's gone, I can still feel her, warm and calm and gentle. I can feel the beating heart of the world, the light that swells within it. And the Light Wardens. There's one here in Ahm Araeng. Let's hurry back. The others need to know. You don't think Thancred will be angry with me, do you? Well, there's only one way to find out. I know there's no getting around it, but... Would you mind going on ahead? I'll be right behind you. I promise. Nope, nope, nope. All right, Armadillo Country.
Ah, there you are. We were worried.
Really? She wasn't the one that nearly got herself killed. It's a good thing Urianger called on us when he did. You were at death's door when we found you.
But thanks to your timely ministrations, I was not obliged to walk through it.
Minfilia?
You saw her.
I know I haven't exactly been pulling my weight up till now, but that's all going to change, starting today. I'll do whatever it takes Whatever it takes to make Minfilia's dream a reality. I can track the Light Wardens now. Maybe even help you fight them.
I'm glad you're back.
You don't have to say that, you know.
But I want to. Your family. How else would I feel?
She will need a name.
A name?
A name of her own. I would not have her walk in the shadow of another any longer. And I think it a fitting tribute to our departed friend, too. At the mention of Minfilia, I would remember the woman who preserved our fellowship when all seemed lost.
Do you remember what you were called before you were taken to Yulmore?
I'm sorry, I don't. I couldn't have been very old when it happened.
Then we must think of a new name. Suggestions?
If the lady herself has no preference, I think the honor should rightly fall to Thancred. After all they have been through together, he's practically a father to her.
Well spotted. I'm so glad you're here to explain these things.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing.
What about Ryne?
Ah, blessing in Fae. Wait, doth this mean thou wert listening when I delivered my lectures on the Pixies?
Not exactly, but that one word made an impression. Of course, if it's not to your liking, I can think of something else.
Ryne. Yes, I rather like the sound of it. Thank you.
That settles it then. Welcome aboard, Ryne.
I won't let you down.
Yeah, at least be courteous and tell him you listened to a bit of it. Yep, and adoption complete. You said it. No paperwork necessary, just a handful of witnesses. Ah, there we go. Starting our ether current quest here. Get over to this next dungeon. I honestly don't know how to repay you for all you've done, but I promise to do whatever I can to help. Are you certain you're up to fighting so soon? I can't imagine the power of the Oracle is something one learns to wield in the space of a few hours. Maybe not, but the presence of the Light Wardens is unmistakable to me now. Can a party of two go in with the duty support? do you think? I'm not sure if we're able to do that. I was just going to do duty support so we didn't have to wait for a queue. Have you tried that before? I've not tried it myself, so I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't want to waste any time waiting on a duty queue for this one. For the next boss fight, you know, maybe you can do that. I mean, we can give it a try, sure, if you'd like. Yeah, go ahead and pop on over here, Attack Chicken. We'll go ahead and create a party, and we'll go in for that one. We'll try it. You know, with any luck, we'll get a fast queue on that. In fact, I sense one here in Ahm Araeng to the west. I think it might be hiding underground. Underground? Then it's as we suspected. We thought it prudent to take a brief survey of the area prior to your arrival. To the west, we found the remains of a site known as Malikah's Well. I'm on Diablos. So I guess that's what, Crystal Data Center? If I recall correctly, the well was built in remembrance of one of the ancient kings of Ahm Araeng to serve as a source of respite from the desert heat. It fell into disuse after the flood, whereupon the miners of Ahm Araeng thought to turn part of it into an excavation site. Judging by its size, the underground waterways are no doubt extensive, the perfect hiding place for a warden. Ryne, are you certain you can track it down? Leave it to me. Then it's settled. We make for Malikah's Well. All right, cool beans. All right, I'll head over there and grab that one. Not interested. Masterless Talos. Alrighty. It's here. I can taste its ether on the wind. Then we finally found our mark. Let's put an end to this, Anne, and return the night sky to Ahm Araeng. There it goes. If you'd like, you could go ahead and, if you want to go ahead and send a party invite and then queue us up, that'll be fine too. Ah, that must be you. All right. Whatever your choice is, yeah, just whatever job you'd like to use there, and get us queued up, and we'll be happy to get started. Oh, well, yeah, I don't see glams very well, I guess. Okay, registered for the duty. Yeah, well, according to our time, hopefully less than 5 minutes here then. Messes with your portraits. Yeah, get that glam fixed up right. And I will be watching all the cutscenes. I don't remember how long any of them are here, but shouldn't take too long. He's also so damn finicky. Yeah, but you can find some interesting combinations that clip parts of the clothes and stuff like that too. Get some interesting stuff. Not too long. Yeah, I didn't think so. Pick that one out on the music here. Yeah, exactly. Duty support is fast. Don't have to wait for anything. But we'll give it a little time here. See if we get popped in. I think if we get popped in before the top of the hour, that should be fine. I just want to have enough time to get through the dungeon at least before 9:30 my time. You know, within the next 40 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes or so. Yeah, we get to the Vothri fight later on, the 8-man. I'll definitely have to queue up for that one. So yeah, if you're around then too, yeah, anybody who's on stream and wants to, you know, run a character over here with us, we'll be glad to do that. There we go. All right, let's get into this sucker here. This will be fun. Get too close to that one. Got far enough away from it that time. Everybody's kicking butt. Oh, Lily, take care of yourself. Thanks for dropping in here. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good day, too. It's always nice having you hang out with us. Thank you. Oh, that's right, this guy, huh? How about that? Gosh, I hate this one. Oh my god. Yeah. I hate this one. I'm getting shit kicked out of me. That was not good. I'm gonna get destroyed, probably. Oh, made it. Okay. Thank you for the amazing healing there, Attack Chicken. Thank you so much. That was super. But I do hate that last fight. Oh gosh. I never can seem to figure out how to avoid the corners. I got to get in the right corners at the right time, or, you know, opposite the right corners at the right time. My eyes just don't see the pattern there very easily sometimes. I think part of it is paying attention to which one pops up first, then second, and then third, so that I know where I need to be anticipating also. All right, we sucked another one dry, it looks like. Oh, I can only imagine, yeah. That's, yeah, and give a commendation to the last DPS there. All right.
Don't get me wrong, I'm glad those travelers made it all the way to Ahm Araeng. But when Urianger told me the Talos was in pieces, and the trolley didn't look much better, I couldn't help wondering what in the hells had gone on.
What indeed? At least the heart is in one piece. The rest is replaceable. Looking at this mess, though, it's a miracle they survived.
You can say that again. What the? Are you seeing this?
The sky. It...
At last, night has returned to Ahm Araeng. We'll save this broken world yet, Tesleen. You see if we don't.
No doubt retreating in the wake of the Warden's demise.
Back to Calusia, the last refuge of light.
Home to our dear Lord Vorthry, who will no doubt do everything in his power to thwart us.
As well he should, for defeat there would spell the end for both him and his heavenly host. There the fate of this star shall be decided.
All right. Yeah, on to roulettes. Well, I hope you enjoy the roulettes, Attack Chicken. And again, thank you for that party and running through that dungeon. I am going to need to take just a short intermission here, just a couple minutes, and then I will be right back. And we are back. Thanks for your patience. All right, let's get this finished off so we can fly. We did it. We really did it. I only wish there were time to visit the inn. We can but hope the return of night has granted the residents some shred of comfort. They thought the world beyond changing, but today I think we proved them wrong. We will fix this broken land, Anne, together. And still on level 77. Are you feeling all right, Anne? After you defeated the Light Warden, I could swear I saw its ether. Never mind. I'm still getting used to my powers. It's probably nothing. I'm just relieved I was right about where the Warden was hiding. The last one is hiding in Calusia, isn't it? I can't feel it from here, believe it or not. But perhaps we should head back to the Crystarium first. We have a lot to tell the Exarch, and I think we could all do with some rest. She sees it too, then. Oh, and I leveled up again in there, too. The others are with the Exarch. Before we join them, there is something I wish to confirm. Tell me, Ryne, have you noticed anything peculiar about Anne's appearance of late? Anything at all? Speak freely. She won't mind. Well, since Minfilia bequeathed her power to me, I've been able to see the light inside her, though I didn't think anything of it at first. But after we defeated the Warden in Ahm Araeng, I realized something was wrong. You absorbed its ether, Anne, and the light within you has grown monstrous. Then it is as I suspected. How are you feeling? Oh, not that good, I take it. Anne! If naught is done, this will only get worse. Ryne, with the power of the Oracle, you have gained some measure of control over the light, have you not? Is there anything you can do for her? Extinguishing it is out of the question. Even at her strongest, Minfilia could only hold back the light. I might be able to suppress it, but I don't know for how long. Then we have no choice but to rely on Urianger and his secrets. If the next battle is to be the last, you may yet be able to play your part, but you will need all of your strength. I will discuss a strategy with the others and see that everything is made ready for our departure. You are to return to your chambers and rest until then. Understood? Yes, Mom. Yes, Mother. Ha! None of that cheek, or I will take you across my knee. Now, off with you to the pendants. We will call for you when the time comes. pixies, and too many nutters. Oh yeah, I should go pick that up too. Let's go do that first. I'll grab my elite mark over here. There she is, the star hunter of Clan Nutsy herself. Bagged yourself a goodly number of 3-nut marks, have we? But it's not enough, is it? Don't deny it. Nay, you need to experience it all. The terrifying lows, the dizzying highs, the creamy middles. And they need it too, if not more. Why else would those Yulmoran bastards offer bigger and better bounties? Or bigger and bigger bounties? They're waiting for you to slip up just once. To give them a spectacular death. But you won't go quietly. Oh no, you'll bleed them for every last gil and then some. And soon, you'll have the chance to do so on an entirely different scale. How, you ask? By slaying elite marks, that's how. They're like nothing you've ever faced before. Wild and unpredictable, possessed of surpassing strength and guile. Many are the men who have left to slay such fiends never to return. But their failures will only serve to season the dish that is your victory. The greater the risk, the greater the reward. Extrinsic and intrinsic, no? Which is why you must speak with Zyle without further delay. All right. Tell me all about it, Zyle. Oh, it's you. Come to beg permission to hunt elite marks? That I cannot grant. Just the other day, our very own leader fell in battle with such a beast, torn to shreds and devoured. Nary a trace remained to be buried. I cannot in good conscience allow one of our most promising hunters to throw their life away as he did. For now, I must insist that you content yourself with the 3-nut marks. Now wait just a gosh darn minute. Wicked white! But you're... Nutsy, your fearless leader. Still alive and kupoing, I will have you know. But Haldor described in exacting detail how the beast snatched you out of the air. How, as you struggled to free yourself in vain, you were disemboweled and depalmed. Certainly not. As you can see, I am the picture of perfect health, Kupo. No thanks to that villain Haldor, though. I'd say he was the aspiring depalmer, considering how many times he nearly chopped it off in the midst of our battle with that elite mark. I rather think you have only yourself to blame for that. After all, was it not you who encouraged him and the others to strike you down and claim leadership? Aye, for the thrill of it, which he gave me and then some, even if only by his poor attempts at treachery. That weakling wouldn't last a moment against me in a stand-up fight. As you may have gathered, it takes a certain character to rise within the highest echelons of the clan. You've got to eat, sleep, and breathe danger. You've got to love putting it all on the line against elite marks and elite hunters besides. You've got to be bloody mad, so congratulations, Anne. You're in. Are you sure this is wise? Wise schmize. She's a killer. I want to see her kill. I want to see her die. More blood for Clan Nutsy. More blood, Kupo. It's that ridiculous philosophy that's losing us hunters by the boatload. How are we supposed to build a sustainable organization when you keep encouraging people to kill themselves in the most violent and pointless ways possible? Well, you see, the thing is, I just wanted to say that you may be the most promising new hunter I've ever seen in ages. Brilliant work out there, really marvelous, jolly good. And on that note, goodbye. One day I'm going to rip that palm off your head and shove it down your goddamn throat, you furry little shite. Oh gosh, that face. Anyway, you may now hunt elite marks. Do not try to die, and if you happen to run into our fearless leader in the field, kill her. I've already got one of those. I think it was the number 2s I ran out of before. Yeah, I'll grab another one of those. Haven't finished the 3s yet. Let's grab a elite. Oh, this one's out in Lakeland. We're liable to run across that in our travels. Alright, back to the pendants now. Is everything all right, miss? You don't seem quite yourself. Perhaps a hot meal and a freshly made bed will improve matters. Your room is ready if you'd care to retire. Yes, please. Very good. If you should have need of anything at all, pray do not hesitate to call. So, this is where you've been hiding.
And sometimes the dead would rather not be disturbed. But enough about me. What of Ahm Araeng? I see. Minfilia's gone then. Which means the reason I must suffer this purgatory shall forever remain a mystery.
What's the matter? Are you all right?
What just happened?
There was something Minfilia said to me.
Minfilia said my time had not yet come. That I still had a role to play. Not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone. No, it couldn't be. There's only one hero in this room, and it is not me. I'm just a shadow, cursed to wander.
Forgive the intrusion. But Minfilia, that is, Ryne, and the others were asking after you. Is everything all right? That pain again. And did it pass? Thank goodness for that. I would not wish to see you suffer. Though I know only too well how much you have suffered on our behalf in recent days. Indeed, I have no right to impose upon you further. Nevertheless, I must ask one thing of you. That you survive this, no matter what. When the dust settles, you must return to your world, for the battles to come, and the wars yet unwon. The final Light Warden is all that stands between us and victory. There is still much we must do to prepare. But for now, I will see if there is aught that may remedy the strange affliction which plagues you.
I'll see it through.
Of that I have no doubt. Even if I had my pick of every Reflections heroes, I could not have asked for a finer champion. I'll not keep you from your rest any longer. Take as much time as you like.
No, this isn't right. It would need to be later, after the liberation of Alamigo, perhaps. Please tell me you finished. We have to go. They'll be upon us any moment. Very well. Where to next, then? Let's just worry about getting out of the city and pray the airship is still in one piece. Anywhere we go from here will just be more of the same. Gods, by the sound of that last one, I reckon the Knight's 12 might be the Knight's rubble now. Is there nothing else we can do? Look around you. This isn't war. It's a sickness, and it's spread to every corner of Eorzea. The city-states are in disarray, and by all accounts, the Far East's faring no better. There'll be nothing left of us when this is over. This world is beyond saving. I never tire of that story. When the hero swoops in astride a white dragon to save the little girl. I could die happy knowing someone like that was still around. Indeed, but not today. Not while our message remains undelivered. Have faith, my friend. We will find her. What a peculiar dream. Still level 77. Return to Yulmore. Ah, Mistress Adventurer, I trust you had a pleasant rest. While you were ensconced in your chamber, a message arrived for you from the Exarch. He bids you come to the Ocular at your earliest convenience. And, madam, wherever your duties may take you next, I shall pray for your safe return. May the night keep you. Why, thank you, Manager of Suites. Do you have business with the Crystal Exarch? Just say the word, and I would be happy to escort you to the Ocular.
There you are. May I assume you've had your fill of rest? That is well. Now that we are all present, let us speak of our plan. Thus far, we have vanquished 4 Light Wardens, restoring night to much of Norvrand. Only one remains, that of Calusia. And with Ryne to guide us, I am certain we will find it.
We're so close now. If we can just take care of this one last warden, we'll rob the Sin Eaters of their final foothold and drive them out of Norvrand once and for all. It will be a new beginning for the First. A chance for the people to rebuild their world.
In short, a prize worth fighting for.
And in thus delivering the First from destruction, so too shall we unsow the seeds of the 8th Umbral Calamity.
Do you hear? Your dreamed of rejoining is in jeopardy. Are you sure you're not tempted to intervene?
You labor under the misapprehension that vanquishing the Sin Eaters is tantamount to saving the world. It is not. In truth, you only delay the inevitable, lengthening your fleeting lives by the smallest of margins. Twould be churlish of me to deny you this small concession, close as we've become. Foolish and misguided though you are not without charm. Each and every one of you is possessed of a noble heart. When the weak want for succor, you do not hesitate to provide it. Alas, your nobility is short-sighted. You think only of the problem in front of your nose. A limitation of your ephemeral existence.
Our lives may seem short and insignificant to the likes of you, but one does not need to be an eternal being to achieve lasting change.
If I may stop you there, I do not claim that we Ascians are special. That is another misconception. In the beginning, everyone lived nigh for eternity. Such was the natural order of things. But like so much else, this was taken from you. You won't object if I borrow your plaything? In the distant past, when the world was one and whole, a great calamity threatened all life. It began without warning. The very laws of the star were warped and broken, and chaos swiftly spread throughout the land. Faced with annihilation, we sought to imbue the star with its own will. Thus was Zodiac born, and by his power was order restored. Ere long, however, thankless fools began to fear that Zodiac's might was too great, and so they conjured another to keep him in check. Your own dear Hydaelyn.
And the two beings waged war until, with a single devastating blow, Hydaelyn unmade Zodiac, scattering his being across space and time. So you told us in the Katana Ravel.
Yes, yes. And there began our woes, with Hydaelyn's blow and all that it wrought. As a counterbalance to Zodiac, Hydaelyn was created with the power to enervate her foe. This singular ability strikes not at such banal things as flesh, but everything that defines the target, diluting its existence. For example, were she to strike you, two individuals, identical in appearance yet reduced in all respects. Strength, intelligence, the soul itself, all is halved. Do you see? This self-same fate befell not only Zodiac, but the very star. Only 3 were fortunate enough to escape the Sundering, me being one of them. When I beheld the shattered remnants of our home, I knew deepest despair. The inhabitants of these 14 fragments were feeble, frail and foolish, oblivious to their imperfection, ignorant of their past. Malformed creatures thrashing blindly about. Pitiful, disturbing, depressing. So, we took it upon ourselves to rejoin the worlds. But in our eagerness and, I confess, our ignorance, we erred and made a useless void of the 13th. It was only afterwards that we discovered a connection twixt source and shard, a flow of energy that maintains elemental balance. And thus did we arrive at our time-honored modus operandi.
From a purely Ascian standpoint, it could be said that what you seek to do is only logical. But that would be to ignore the immeasurable destruction wrought with each rejoining. You have murdered millions, and this we cannot condone.
By your fragmented existence, you continue to give rise to tragedies far crueler than any calamity. But yes, moral relativism and all that. Case in point, I do not consider you to be truly alive, ergo, I will not be guilty of murder if I kill you. Oh, don't look at me like that. You for whom I have only the highest expectations. A vaunted hero of the Source, 7 times rejoined. Long have I awaited one who might brave a path of lesser tragedy. A resilient soul able to endure the necessary pain. I dare to hope that my wait is over. So, finish your task and slay the Light Warden. Make proof of your usefulness, and then we may speak again.
Forgive me, my lord, but this could not wait.
Speak freely, Captain.
Our informant in Colusia sends word of unusual activity in Yulmore. It appears their forces are entrenching themselves at key points throughout the city, making ready for an attack by all indications.
An intriguing use of resources. I rather doubt Lord Vorthry is concerned for the safety of his citizens.
You think he's harboring the Light Warden inside the city walls? Even if he does have some means of controlling the Sin Eaters, wouldn't that be a little risky?
Risky or not, if there is even a chance the Warden is hiding there, we will need to act fast. The longer we wait, the better prepared the Yulmorans will be.
Agreed. See to your preparations then and make for Colusia. God's willing, this hunt will be the last. Let us see it through to the end.
We should begin by assembling in Ryne. There we may assess the situation in Yulmore and decide how best to proceed.
So we head over to Ryne next. We'll go ahead and park ourselves there and finish this stream here. Yeah. We will just pick up here next time, which will be Saturday morning. We'll be back with Final Fantasy Saturday morning, but tomorrow morning we'll be continuing our Infinite Undiscovery stream. We're going for the compulsive achievement on Infinite Undiscovery, and there's a good chance that we will be finishing the game tomorrow as well, with a little luck. So hope you can join us for that. Be a big celebration, at least in my heart, if we're successful getting that compulsive achievement and finishing the game on hard mode at least. And then we'll begin a playthrough on Infinity mode as well, if we are successful tomorrow, or whenever we do finish the game. So anyways, let me see. I'm going to find a raid that we can send ourselves to here. Take me just a few moments. Let's see, where are we going to send ourselves? Would be a good one. I guess we could head back over to Neon Genesis again. Go ahead and do that. And I want to tell you I appreciate you hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you happen to be in the world today. And we'll get our raid started here momentarily. Head over to Neon Genesis, who's also playing Final Fantasy XIV. His playthrough is currently a little further back from us, but still some action in that one. So thank you all again, and here we go with the raid.